on the weather conditions. So it's nice actually to have a hot day to go on a safari, because then you're most likely to get the animals coming down to drink water. On these cooler, windier days, things tend to hide away. But it seems as though we're having some luck this afternoon, which is wonderful. Now, these little dwarf mongoose, they live in families. Like I said, I counted 5 of them so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I can only see 5. You can see the 3 heads there. And then you can see the 2 down on the left. And they usually use these termite mounds that have got natural tunnel systems. They obviously widen them though, so they can fit inside. And they'll probably sleep here. Or maybe this is just a hiding spot, a temporary spot, in case an eagle or something flies over that could potentially try and eat them. Then they need to race away and hide. And this makes for a fantastic little spot. But they can live in big families. Oh, I just heard some thunder. Now, Aurora, you've asked a fantastic question this afternoon. You want to know, can these dwarf mongoose see in the dark? Now, you can see they've got beautiful red eyes, or reddish-brown eyes, with the biggest pupils you've ever seen. And they're very inquisitive and staring at us at the moment. Now, I don't think their eyesight is particularly good at night, because they actually go to bed as soon as the sun sets. So they are diurnal animals, which means that they're active during the day. But I reckon their eyesight will probably be better than what yours and my eyesight is at night. And that's the thing out here, is that these animals are incredible and have adapted to being able to survive in both the daytime and the nighttime. But luckily for these little ones, they don't have to worry about too much at night. They all cuddle up in a termite mound with each other and will try and keep nice and warm. And that's another thing about going on the early morning safaris, is that you will normally see a scene quite similar to this, but it's of them waking up, poking their heads out and trying to get the warm rays of the sun to warm their bellies up. I was hoping they were going to come out, but we're quite close to them. We're only a couple of feet away. Now, Raina, we're mentioning these creatures are, and you wanted to know, what do these mongoose eat? They feed on scorpions, they feed on snakes, they will even eat beetles and the grubs, and hunting goshawks, lizard buzzards, you name it. All these wonderful little birds will swoop down and try and catch these little critters. But they are quick, and because they live in a family group, there's lots of eyes always watching around, making sure that nobody's trying to eat them. So if somebody does come around, one will give an alarm call, and it's a high-pitched squeaking noise, and they will all race for cover, so either in a termite mound or in a fallen log. Now, Mia, you've stumped me here. You want to know, how much does a dwarf mongoose weigh? I don't think it weighs more than about 500 grams. Oh my goodness, it's really, really light. It's probably only about, how much is that, David? I have no idea. Louise, can you please help me with my conversion, because I've gone completely blank for some reason. Probably, we're going to have a look and just convert it. I must apologize. My brain is not working very well this afternoon, but very, very, very light. They're not heavy at all. Like I said, we use kilograms and grams, but I wouldn't say more than about... there we go. Thank you, Louise. So Louise says it's about 17 ounces or so. So quite small. Remember, if you take your ruler that you'll use at school and you look at the length of it, it's probably just a little bit longer than that. So not big at all. Like I said, they're like ferrets, but mini ferrets. We get different types of mongoose species, though, in South Africa. In this area, though, this is the most common. And then we also get the banded mongoose, which lives in family groups, but they've got stripes on their body, as their name suggests, and are probably about double the size. And then another one called the slender mongoose, which is a little bit more elusive and quite shy, and they live on their own, so we call that solitary. So we don't usually see them very often, but thankfully